such a like I'm very confident with my bars, and that's how I feel about it. I'm confident when I get on in front of that mic. I might be very humble and like or try to be. I don't know how people perceive me, but I try to be very humble in a lot of social gatherings. You know what I'm saying? But when I get on that mic and I'm talking I'm coming with. Nah, bro, you're not fitting to tell me nothing type of attitude because I know what I went through to get here.
Most
definitely. You know what I'm saying? I just wrote a poem not too long ago. It's like, yo, I had to fight for this self-esteem. Like this self-love that you may see as cocky, conceited, whatever, it's not cocky, conceited. It's, yo, I had to fight for the ability to look myself in the mirror and be happy with what I saw. Now, everyone may see me at, oh, well, you're this and you're that, and you know, it's all the glitz and glamour. But you don't know how I perceive myself. You don't know the situations I went through that gave me a self-perception. So me being able to get on now, like I'm nice.
Because I fought to get it. Yeah, I deserve this shit.
And I'm not going nowhere. Nothing y'all say. Oh, you don't. And the reason why I say it makes you invincible because now it's like you not shy and timid about the hate. You've seen it before. I've seen it in my own eyes. The same hate you might have for me, I seen it in my own eyes. You feel me? Like the same hate this brother might have, I seen it in my own eyes. So I know how to, keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Keep it pushing, keep one step in front of the other. You know what I mean? And now look, ain't no shade on you. Cause I don't, that's another thing, being isolated, man, I ain't got no hate on nobody. But you're not gonna take me off my path. You feel me? If you wanna love me, I got love for you. If you wanna hate me, I still got love for you. But this path, this mission I'm on, nah, I fought for it, I died for it, and I came back to life for it. You know what I'm saying? So after that, like you said, man, you feel invincible. And I don't feel like anything gonna stop me. Only thing that can stop me is me. That's how I feel about it. Only thing that can stop me is me.
I feel that 100%. Yeah. I feel that 100%.
Appreciate that.
I feel that 100%. Well, let me rewind back. Let me go all the way back to the beginning, damn there. All right. What was your favorite subject in school?
My favorite subject in school? History. Definitely history and English. But you went English because the books that I used to read like really were eye-opening. I remember what book did I read? I think I read Mississippi Burning. And the content that they were talking about, it was racial, and it was like, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking around the classroom, and I'm like, yo, y'all don't read, y'all not reading this? Y'all not seeing what happened? Like, this shit really happened. Like, y'all really not? And everybody was just, oh, okay, well, that's the book we're reading. And I'm just like, what? And in history, I was in AP history, so I was taking college history classes when I was in high school because I just love history. So that was my favorite. Definitely history.
You know what's funny? You know, while you're talking, I'm listening to you and I'm thinking about myself at the same time. Not in egotistical form, but just we marry each other in a lot of ways, right? Yeah, you said something that was crazy, made me think about myself. My mother, she raised me a certain way. And it really makes me believe that some of us was built to fight the system, and some of us was built to look at the books and say, oh, well, that's just life.
I feel you. I feel what you're saying. The way I look at it is we all have
the ability,
the purpose. So my thing is, not everybody is gonna shoot the gun. Somebody gonna have to load the bullets. Somebody gonna have to make the bullets. Somebody gonna have to take care of the kids while I'm out shooting the bullets. Somebody gonna have to plant in the garden. Somebody gonna have to prepare food. Somebody gonna have to nurture it, harvest it. So we all have our own way of being present in this battle. You know what I'm saying? It's my what I have a problem with is when people, number one, they, willful ignorance. They act like everything's okay. And number two, you don't want no parts of nothing. Not, like I said, not everybody's a warrior, and I understand that. But when the village is under attack, we all gotta come to fight. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even matter if you're a king, if you were a pawn, if the village is under attack, everybody gotta get strapped up. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no, oh well, they could fight it and I'm gonna be hope. No, they taking all of it. And we gotta have that community mindset. Like we all gotta protect each other. You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing about us being the ones that we are the speakers. We are the spoken word artists. We know how to enunciate. We know how to articulate. There's some people that know how to fight. There's some people that know how to be in the streets and rally up the crowd. But we all got to be coming together, and we all got to have a common goal. You know what I mean? We all got to be marching in that right footsteps.
I'm gonna ask you something on camera, and let me ask you something. I got a philosophy that we can't let them see us coming before we get in a position where they stop us. How do you feel about that? Am I tripping for thinking like that? Because it seems like they figured out a way to stop everybody who's the next person. We don't need one. We need who the leader? We the leaders. Right. We all the leaders. We need everybody to be the leader to make sure this shit move forward. So if something happened to you, I stand up. If something happened to me, Sincere stand up. If something happened to Sincere, Fitz or whoever the case might be. Yeah, right? It just keep going and going. B-Rock or whoever, Miss Carter, everybody stand up. But what can we do as black people to get all of us collectively on the same page, but yet don't let them see us coming at the same time?
I get you.
Am I tripping for thinking like that?
No, you're not, because that's the framework that we've been presented. We always feel like it's something that we have to do to something. Matter of fact, let me get real serious on this one, because I want you to understand this, right? We have this mindset where we have to battle something and fight something. We call this the resistance and the struggle. And I've used those terms at times also. But the thing is, though, you can't build something out of hate, anger, and frustration. You can't build something by destroying something else. You have to build something so strong that everything else in its comparison it will fall down by itself. And that's the biggest thing for black people. Black people's job is not to, our responsibility is not to break down the American system. It's not to combat white people. It's not to combat anything, because you build with that energy. Anything you build is going to be built with a weak foundation. What black people have to do is remove themselves. We have to see the wrong in the system. We have to see the unjust in the system, and then choose for it ourselves, consciously choose that we don't want to be a part of it anymore. Now, once we choose for ourselves not to be a part of it anymore, we have not only the ability, we have the resource, we have the resource of people, ourselves. That's our greatest resource, each other. We have the intelligence, we have the wisdom, we have the knowledge to build something not in opposition, but an alternative to what is going on. What I call it is a counterculture, not a subculture as in beneath or within, but a counterculture as in a culture that it can be an alternative to the American system, because it was built on such a weak foundation. So for what black people gotta understand is they have to heal. We have to heal from our trauma, because until we heal from our trauma, we always gonna be looking for the person to blame. And although white people and Europeans have done some atrocious things in this country, they're not to blame. They're not the one to blame. What we gotta do is look at ourselves and be like, yo, I'm no longer accepting this. The most powerful thing we could do for black people is say, no, I'm not doing this no more. And it comes with a lot. It comes with a hell of a lot to say no. And I say that because I've lost a lot in my life by simply saying, nah, I'm not doing this no more. Like, even to this day, there's certain things I've brought in my life, but I said, no, I'm not doing this no more. No, but you got to, this is how we do it. Like, no, I'm not doing it. There's a point in time where I wasn't walking around with my ID. I said, nah, well, I need an ID. I know who I am. Why do I need an ID? No, but that's the way. No, I don't know. I know. But, well, if you don't do it this way, it's going to be like this. And I've had girls tell me, like, well, I get you, but just so that things could be a little easier, things could be smoother. I'm not looking for easy. I'm not looking for smooth. I'm looking for righteousness. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to live my life that represents my connection to the Most High. And even the little bit, the most smallest compromise is still a compromise. Now, don't get me wrong, you gotta live. And I've learned that because I've been on this rebel streak since I was 21. And what I realized is, you're gonna walk in this path, it's gonna come with its bumps, bruises, up and downs. Which ones you willing to take, which one you want to defer, which one you gonna swing into, and which one you gonna put your block up on. You know what I'm saying? That's just discernment. But at the same time, we gotta understand, like, this is not to be, like, you're not gonna change no European mind. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna change the American system. It is what it has always been, and it's not broke. It works perfectly, because this is what it was built to do: isolate you, put you against your brothers, make you feel like, individualism is the key. It was built for these things. What we gotta do is understand the unjust in it, the wrong in it, and just create something for ourselves. So you don't have the wrong, mindset. It's more so like there's a time to look at them and then there's a time to dead ass just turn your back to them. Like, I don't even want to talk about white people. White people do this, white people do that. I have those conversations is, they come in, you can have that conversation with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I think this right phrase is a dime a dozen. Those conversations is always gonna be there. Oh, they do this and they do that, and they'll do this and they do that. Yeah, I understand that. Right, what we gonna do? Because what they not finna do is make me do something that I said no to. And the strength comes in is when we both say no. So them cops out there, they said Eric Gardner, right? And this is something that is people look at it like it's crazy, and go back to the conversation I had with the dude, like, you know, yeah, you could just go along with what they say because, you know, you technically don't have no rights. They detain their cops. They have this position of authority. The authority that we got is each other. So if we had the right mindset, we're like, yo, I'm not doing this no more. No is no. Eric Gardner, he's selling cigarettes. And I used to live, he was in Staten Island. I was on Stapleton, in Stapleton on Broad Street, 2 blocks down, and I was on, I believe it was Vanderbilt that he got church. It was on Vanderbilt or Richmond. It's right in the same hood, right in the same neighborhood. So if he is getting choked out for selling cigarettes, there's 5 cops, 6 cops, 7 cops, 20 of us. The minute we say, no, we're not taking it no more. I'm not saying we got to kill those cops, but 20 of us, you get around them, guess what they're going to do? Because they're people. They're people who want to get home to their families.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So let's surround them. You know what I'm saying? Yo, nah, we not having that no more. We not doing that no more. You not going to go messing with us on the block, hustling, trying to feed our families. You know what I'm saying? Put a little dollars in it. Yeah, you want us to go out and get a job and do this whole corporate thing, and you want us to be a part of this American workforce, American system. Cool, that's what you want us to do. That's not what we doing. I know what you did. I know how you got this industry. You killed people. I know you got this land. You murdered people. I know how you did this. Oh, it was so long ago, but y'all been doing it. Y'all still do it.
And still reaping the benefits from it.
And still reaping the benefits. Nah, we not having it. I don't want to be. I don't even subscribe to being an American. Never will, because I know what that means. If I say I'm American, that means all of their baggage come with me. That means I agree to them raping, murdering, lying, cheating. So nah, us over here, we know what's up. Cool. You got 7 on this one man, on him. We dragging them and we taking them off him. They gonna pull out guns? That's cool. We got them too. You see what I'm saying? And I don't even want it to escalate to that point. But if you go anywhere and you start messing with somebody's persons, then they gonna defend themselves. Every animal in the animal kingdom got a way to naturally defend themselves. Mm-hmm. That's natural law. You see what I'm saying? So when you got somebody that be like, oh, well, you know, we can't go against them. We don't gotta go against nobody. All we got to do is look at each other and be like, yo, we're not taking this no more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure when this is gonna air, but I'll be the first one to tell you, they quarantine things right now. They shutting down neighborhoods and communities, and people are going along with it. And I feel like the thing about it is, which they don't understand, is how very delicate that is. They think people are really docile, like, oh, they're just gonna do what we're gonna say, and they are for the most part. But it's a very delicate situation. Take away enough people's rights. Put martial law in order. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna think, okay, it's martial law. Nah. People really not banging with you, but you control their resources. You control their money. Let the resources slip. Oh, people gonna stand up. You know what I'm saying? And what we gotta do at that point in time is then just look at each other and be like, yo, we not our enemy. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it's people versus the state at that point. But black people, we gotta be able to look at each other and hail each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's not the wrong mindset, just that our battle is not within, and our battle is not at someone.
Right. Let me say, what you saying, I agree with it. I'm not saying, let me make sure I be more clear on what I'm saying. Because I feel like you might have took it the wrong way. Because what you're saying, I'm with that. Mm-hmm. That's my thought process.
I think, and now I just wanted to curb my answer for it, because what you said, yeah, I get what you're saying, but there's a very specific thing I wanted to express to people in that same conversation.
And I'm glad that in my poem, what you expressed, that's exactly what I expressed in my poem. What I'm saying is this: how can we get, like, the message that we're doing right now? Right. How can we get this message out to the masses, right? At the same time, don't let them, like, how can we sneak punch them? That's what I'm basically saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
I feel you.
Like basically, I don't want to come directly at you because every time we come directly at them, they stop it.
Right.
How can we sneak punch them, whereas though by the time they see the punch coming, it's too fucking late. They already knocked out.
To be honest with you, I say that's what we're doing right now. I really do think that's what we're doing right now. As our communities become closer and tight knit, as we start doing things, they don't know what's going on.
This is true.
They don't know. Like honestly, they don't know. For the most part, they don't know what like-minded individuals are coming up with. The thing is, we don't represent our culture. So when they look at our culture, they look at it from a consumer base. Okay, what are black people going to do? How are they living? Things like that. But they're not in the poetry halls. They're not in the spoken word. And if they are, and they hear the message, they don't know what type of... See, black people got a connection that I feel is unmatched. We have a spiritual connection. We have a telepathic ability to like read each other. And so there is nothing that they can do when we come together. But
stop it.
Yeah, there's nothing that we can do. Now the thing is though, in terms of the structure of what we build, it can't be one person. That's what they've been able to rely on.
Mm-hmm.
Take out the head and the body will fall. But if we only body, if we got all body, it's too much for them to be able to combat. And I hope I'm answering the question.
No, you good.
How do we do this without them coming in and interrupting? We work outside of the framework of what they created.
Like last night when you was doing your live,
right.
your live stream, you were saying so much real stuff, and it almost made me feel like they stopped it on purpose.
I mean, I get that feel.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. I got that feel from it too. But my thing was this: all right, that's cool, but you ain't shut me up.
Right,
I'm gonna keep on going.
Right. There's different ways to get around it.
And it has to be like, it has to be.
And you know what? I'm sorry. Let me say this. You know, in fact, you go. I mean, I'll wait.
I mean, I was just gonna say like what you want to do is, and this is the biggest thing for me being an artist. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to be I want to be an icon. When you think of Poetix, I don't want you to think me, because you don't know my name. I don't tell people my name for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Right. So when you think of Poetix, I want you to feel before you think or know. So you can't destroy what you feel. That's always gonna be. So if you stopping me, you stopping my live, you didn't stop anything except for my expression. But anybody who saw what I was talking about and who heard my spoken word, you could not hear me for 2 weeks, but the minute you hear Poetix, oh, that's the one that be talking that shit. And that shit isn't just the words. You may not even catch on my words, but you feel something every single time you hear. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do, you know what I'm saying? There's no disrespect to anybody, but I don't do poems. I don't love poems and these type of poems. I don't do any poems outside of my genre because I want my impact on you to be very specific. Mm-hmm. The minute you know, like this is saying, huh?
The moment you deviate?
You give them a different feel. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is though, they say nobody loves the warrior until the enemy's at your gate. I live in a constant state of the enemy is at the gate. So I'm gonna be a warrior. Now for you, you might not realize the enemy's at your gate. So when you hear my spoken word, it may make you feel some type of way, it may, either way. But when the enemy's at the gate and you see it, guess what you're gonna think of? Poetix.
Oh, but I also feel like they scared. That's why I want to hear.
Everybody. Like,
what?
In terms of our people being scared?
Yeah, I mean, some of them scared.
I'll be honest with you, bro. And this is why, like, and not to be confrontational at all, but everybody's scared. Everybody's scared to a degree.
I think everybody's scared to a degree, but I believe some more scared than others.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And when I say some more scared than others, meaning like they almost like, don't be saying that, you know, boss around. Mm-hmm. That type of mentality.
Cool shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And I got love for them too. You know why? Because
they don't know no better.
It's not that they don't know no better. I gotta look at it like this, right? I was raised a certain type of way. And there's times where, and not so much now, but when I was younger, I was raised a certain type of way, and I still get on stage and be like, I don't know how they gonna feel when I say this.
Right.
I used to be scared. Right now, like, I'm not even gonna try to come off as this whole but there's still parts of me that are scared.
We hear me.
Which you exactly.
There's nothing wrong with it.
What you can't be is afraid. I feel like scared is a natural human instinct. Mm-hmm. Afraid stops you from doing things. So when you have people that are scared, that's fine. That's natural. You can overcome that. Mm-hmm. Being afraid is people who don't move because of their fear. And now we have people like that. And the only thing I would say to them is, either everybody gotta make a choice.
You say load the bullets.
Yeah, everybody.
Make the bullets.
Everybody gotta make a choice, bro. When it comes down to it, if you put in a situation, everybody gonna have to make a choice to what they gonna do. That's one thing my pops always told me. He's like, every man gotta make a choice. You know what I'm saying? And we could just pray that it's the right one. So when they come in, and this is all hypothetical, I'm not putting this on anybody, but if somebody came to your house, we could be scared, and we could be this, and we could be that. But if somebody came to your house, knocking on your door, told you and your family, round up, you gotta come with us. In that moment, you gotta make a choice. Who's gonna tell you that protecting the lives of your family is the wrong choice? If you say, okay, you know what? If I shoot out with them, we ain't making it out of here. Or if I go on with what they saying, I don't know what's gonna happen. So people gonna be like, all right, well, we just went in a thing. That was your choice. Now, I'm not here to tell you right or wrong, good or bad, but I'm telling you what my choice is, and I'm speaking for the people who are making the same choice as me. If you not everybody gonna make it. Not everybody gonna be on your team. Not everybody sign up for the army. Not everybody has that spirit to fight for theirs. And you just gotta understand that everybody not gonna make it. Matter of fact, in my life, that's been the biggest realization that gave me peace. Because at one point, you want to convince the whole world, it's like this, it's like this. And you see that a good majority of them is like, all right, whatever. Some people they don't care. Some people care and don't know what to do. Some people, are doing it. So you want to, find the people that move in alignment with you. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else.
Your village.
Your tribe, your village. Everybody else, if they're not with the vibe, they're not with the wave, you gotta move on, because there are people who do need you who are with the shits. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. Yeah, there's some scared people, but we all scared to a degree. It's just about what are you gonna do after you realize you're scared.
Me talking to you, it made me figure out something. The question I asked you, I think I got the answer to it. You just gotta be willing to die for what you think. That's just the bottom line.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's just the bottom line. Like you gotta put the information out there. You gotta push your shit. And if everybody become leaders, like the seeds is being planted throughout this interview, through your poems, through my poetry, through different people's poetry that's on the community, in the poetry community, through Camilla plays and different stuff like that. If the seeds are getting planted consistently, people will wake up and do what need to be done.
And just to kind of piggyback on what you said, man, not only do you have to die for it, but you got to be willing to live for it.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like a play on words, but us being spoken word artists, we know the importance of words. So when I look at people and I be like, and I used to do saying you die for it. I say, what are you willing to sacrifice? Because sacrifice may not be your life. It may be your comfort level. It may be your lifestyle. It may be convenience. It may be what are you willing to survive with sacrifice. Mm. And that's living for something. You know what I'm saying? Because every day I wake up, I gotta know what my mission is, what step I'm taking. It can't fall out of alignment with the mission. You know what I'm saying? I can't deviate from the plan, because that's me living for my mission. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's like I got this quote that I say, you got to do some shit you don't want to do to break generational curses.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
Everybody thinks breaking generational is pretty.
That's some beautiful thing, right?
It's some hard shit you got to do that, bro.
Right.
It's some hard shit. So how many projects, because throughout this, you talked about different projects. How many projects? Tell me some of the names of your books, albums, and tell us about everything you got going on, Foss. Books, albums, plays, everything. Your website.
I'm trying to see how much information I should put out there for the marketing purposes. Because I'm focusing right now on marketing because I do have projects that can be put out there. But so we'll take it back. We'll go back in time real quick because there are 2 projects that I'm going to be re-releasing. I would say I was in the geographical area that my projects would have been appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I lived in the mountains in somewhat seclusion. So I feel as like those projects wouldn't have got the just attention that it should have done. Now that I'm here in Atlanta and there's more like-minded, there's more tribe, there's more village, I have 2 projects. It's a book CD combination and it's called Spiritual Warfare, the Inspiration of a Nation. So it's a book that is a combination of spoken word pieces and essays. So it's essays and spoken word pieces, and it draws up this understanding of what spiritual warfare is, psychological warfare, and how we're still going through these battles today. It's accompanied with the CD, and I honestly, man, I'm gonna let everybody else. I'm gonna wait till it come out, but that's to this day, that's the greatest project I've